Watch how crazy perspective is. So, I'm 30 years old. I'm single. I live at home. I just spent the last year running around trying to figure out stuff, and I'm back at home. My job is hard. All my friends are getting married and engaged, and I'm not. Life just every day feels the same sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Or I am 30 years old, you guys, and I live at home because I just spent the last year traveling around and doing whatever I wanted, meeting so many people, having so much flexibility, and now I get to live at home and try and save to buy my own place and spend this quality time with my family that I'll never have again. And I haven't met my person yet, which is so cool because I still get to fall in love for the first time with someone new, and I will just love this person and they'll be so great for me because I've just chose not to settle, and that's so exciting. And my job is hard, but it's rewarding, and I'm so lucky to have a remote job that's flexible and work with amazing people, and I believe in what we're doing. And I get to go to beautiful walks every day because I have a healthy body, and I have an amazing community where I live that I'm working really hard to build, and that's pretty cool, don't you think? Love you guys, bye.
Hey guys, welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lumi, and today we're going to continue looking at some of these single life TikToks. So this first one I really like. It shows you basically the two ways of thinking about being single. It's like two mindsets, and if you notice, she kind of says the same things, but her tone shifts, right? And then she kind of keeps going with the second part because she has a better mindset and better outlook on it compared to the first. But it really goes to show how a lot of your feelings and how powerful your mood or how powerful your mind is in shifting your mood and your outlook on life when you have a certain perspective on things. So yeah, I mean, she right here you could see how she took the fact that she's single is like, oh yeah, I'm single, right? It's which is how most people think. They internalize that, and they're like, oh, why can't I meet my person? But then she turns it around and she's like, look, I'm single, but that's beautiful because I still have yet to find my person and fall in love for the first time. It's exciting. Who knows what tomorrow might bring? That's like the best thing about life, I should say, is to me at least, like you never know what's gonna come tomorrow. Yes, it could be rainstorms, and gloomy days, but it could also be beautiful and something extremely moving and life-changing. Um, so really, it all comes down to perspective, I think.
I had a mentor that used to say, if it's meant to be, you can't mess it up. And if it's not meant to be, you can't fix it. I posted that saying a few months ago, and it was my first video that got, almost 2 million views. And I just want to repeat it because as a woman who's single in her 30s, it's something that has brought me a lot of peace. If you're single and if you're struggling right now, I so get it. When I was first single, I was trying to claw my way out of it, and I was absolutely miserable. I never thought I was going to meet my person. I thought I was going to be single forever. All of my friends were having kids, they were getting married, and I just felt so left out from the party. I would call my mentor as I felt so alone, and she just kept reminding me that what's mine is mine. And what I believe is that I have not been in a place to meet my person yet because I have needed to do some growing. I truly do believe that that's the case for you as well. I think that the universe brings us our people when we're ready for them. And this is really the first time in my life that I actually feel like, yeah, maybe I am ready. So if you're struggling, if you are really having a hard time, please just raise your hand in the comments below, because I feel like not enough people share about the struggles of being single, because it can feel so private and painful sometimes. But the truth is, there are so many amazing single people out there, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. Just because you haven't met your person does not mean that you're not going to. It just means that that's not what this season is about. And maybe you don't want to meet a person and you just want to be single forever. Whatever that looks like for you, it's okay. But if you are single and if you do really want to meet your person, I get it. And my only hope for you is that you just hold on to hope that maybe this season is not about love for loving somebody else, but it's just about finding yourself. And I don't know. I hope that brings you some peace.
That's so true. I know it's so cheesy to say that it's like, and it's so overplayed and oversaid, but it's so true. I mean, like, there's a reason why people say it, but you really have to, like, love yourself first before you can love another person. And I think a lot of people, they don't understand the weight of like wanting a relationship and like loving someone else because they only see the positive, but it's there's a lot more to it. And you know, when you enter a relationship with someone else, you take the good and the bad. You know, like love is I feel like society and pop culture really overplays like all the amazing and great things about love, but it's also to give you, I guess, like an example, like love is it's also like cleaning out the bedpan, so to speak, of like your partner who maybe one day like got extremely sick and is in hospice, you know? That is not a pretty sight. And it kind of shows you the gravity of the situation, right? The whole package, if you will. So yeah, and like she said in the video, sometimes it's just not your time. Sometimes it's you need to focus more on yourself. And some people fall into, I think, society trying to force, I guess it's like a lot of people fall into like the trap of, oh, I must be in a relationship because like all my friends are doing it, which is like society, right? And maybe you don't need that. Maybe you're like aromantic or someone who is better off single. Like, or maybe you're like asexual, or you know, there's so many different things. Like, I feel like being single and like finding a partner, like a lot of it is self-discovery first and foremost. Okay? And then everything else after that is like gravy, you know. Um, but yeah, I mean, again, like I said, I think in my previous video, you gotta trust the process.
If you're a woman dating men, I want you to watch this video. Hello, my name is Benjamin. I'm the flirt coach and a gay Libra. Alright, you're gonna see a lot of dating content come across your feed that looks like this. Don't ask questions. Don't offer compliments. Let him decide everything. Let him plan. Let him initiate. Let him reach out. Let him text. Don't have wants. Don't have desires. Be in your feminine. And I'm going to be very honest with you. In the dating process, that approach can work. This is not my style or approach when it comes to dating. It's far too passive for me, and this is the problem. You're dating because you wanted a relationship? Great. Now you've got the relationship. And now all of a sudden you have wants and desires. You're asking questions. You want to make decisions. And the man is like, what? Hold up. What is this bait and switch going on? Now I feel controlled. Who is this new woman showing up? This is not the person I dated. He stands to build resentment towards you, pull away, become classically avoidant, and even look outside the relationship, cheating or ghosting. Because now you want too much. So a lot of this classic dating advice that's rooted in masculine-feminine dynamics, he chases, he pursues, and you let him choose you. That is not what you're getting from the flirt coach. You are the chooser. You bring your whole self to the dating process. I am not saying put out every flaw right there on the table for the first date, but be you. Have wants, have desires, ask questions, initiate a text a time or two. It's okay. You are not going to fuck up or drive away a man who is truly secure in his masculinity by initiating a conversation. And if he does pull away, better you see that in the dating process than when you enter into a relationship with this man. Because let's also be real, a lot of men just perform masculinity. They couldn't spell masculine if they tried. So when you're scrolling social media for your dating advice, I want you to take it all, even mine, with a grain of salt and ask yourself, what do I think about this and does this apply to me? I hope this was helpful. I truly do want the best for you now. I gotta go clock back in.
You gotta respect the hustle. He's like recording at work, it seems like. But yeah, no, I think this is all pretty solid advice. You know, I don't really know too much. I mean, it's like I'm kind of like an outsider here because this is like advice for, I guess, women. But I will say that I don't think there's anything wrong like being the one to text first. You know, if you're like the feminine, you know, or the woman or whatever. It's like I guess maybe he's kind of implying that some men feel emasculated when you do that, but I've never felt that way. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone saying that. Like among my guy friends, like I don't know. I would imagine like very insecure men who maybe might take it that way, but do you really want someone like that? Like that just sounds like an immature person. But yeah, being a man and getting like a text first is like whoa, like this is amazing. It's an amazing feeling. I'd say like it's like, oh my God, I'm actually like it feels like I'm wanted and there are no games being played. It's amazing. Like that's another thing. If you've seen my other relationship videos, like I hate games. I feel like I'm at an age where it's like I really don't need any of that. And if I like catch a hint that you're playing games or whatever, I'm out. Like I can't. I just don't have time for it. And it's just a red flag, you know. And like I get like I'll make room for like okay, yeah, I get that like life happens. You're probably busy like if you're not responding or whatever. But if you do like the whole like, oh, I'm just gonna like leave you on red or um I'm not gonna respond for days or whatever, I'm just like, hey, it was nice. Good luck to you. Like I really don't care. Like thank you next, basically. But anyway, guys, this one's getting kind of long now. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up below. Dislike it if you dislike it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is there anything that you want me to cover next? Let me know in the comments. And of course, as always, if you like this sort of thing, consider subscribing. It would really help me and the channel go a long way. So once again, hope you all are well, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.